Welcome or welcome back to Awaken Bake, an educational, high vibrational, mystical, spiritual show. I'm your host, Dani, and today we're going to talk about mirrors. That's going to be the main focus of today, okay? Mirroring, mirrors, a mirror. Haven't done this in a while, but today we're going to be smoking from the Carta, and I'm smoking this Moxie live resin batter, and it's in Gorilla Grapes. Why are you choosing this, Dani? Because it's mid. And so I'm not going to get too high by hitting this. It's a really nice, relaxing strain. It's not too heavy on the sativa or the indica side. It's a hybrid, by the way. I think it might be an indica-leaning hybrid. I can't tell. You know, you feel it, but you're not going to be fucked. And I want to be able to actually talk this episode. So if you're wanting to hear a psychic stoner give you my messages, my downloads from source, stay tuned. Make sure that you have something to smoke and something to smoke with and also something to drink. I have a couple drinks, but we'll get into that later. Look what I fucking got, bitches. We're all about to take a hit together right now. I got the fucking Saber, the Focus V Saber. Okay, actually, it's dirty right now. It's got a little wax on it, but because I'm hitting it. Hello. It's allowed to be dirty when you're using it if you're using it. On some real shit, though, clean your pieces. That's a mirror moment, guys. Why? Because I need to clean mine. I don't clean my pieces enough. I said it. I'm not a perfect person. I'm not a perfect stoner. If you want to see what this shit looks like, it's mustard looking. I'll say that. It's a mustard looking motherfucker. I'm taking a fat fucking dab. This is awesome because look, it heats up and then it just drops it in clean. Bow. You don't have to scrape or do anything. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's amazing. I love it personally. Is it necessary? No. Is it a game changer luxury item? Yes. She's heating up now and then we're going to hit her. Everybody drink some water. Woo! Drink some water. I'll be right back. I have to go blow my nose now. I thought I was about to hit the dab. Turns out the dab hit me hard. I want to talk about mirrors, people, okay? Turning the mirror back on yourself. Life has been great. It's been good, but little weird shit's been happening. And I'm like, while it's happening in the moment, I know it's a test. Now, what is this little piece of hair doing? That's going to fucking bother me. In the moment, while it's happening, I know it's a test. And I'm like, what the fuck, universe? Are you just bored and you're just playing with me and you want to see how I'll respond to shit? Because, okay, I'm down to play the game. But you guys, I listened to a Queen Herbie podcast, House of Herbie, and they brought up so many topics that were hitting home. And that's just how, like, when I say I'm psychic, I basically mean, like, I am so connected to the collective consciousness. And, like, what I go through, we're all going through. I basically just talk about it. I talk a lot. We know this. I just talk so much that I basically say every little thought that's on my mind, and then people are like, oh my god, I can relate. Yeah, baby, you're probably psychic too, and you have the exact same thoughts as me. I just can't help but say every little thing that pops in my head. Throughout this episode, I'm going to be giving many examples of little lessons and weird things that have been happening to me recently, and how I know that it's like a reflection or a time for me to kind of like put this on myself or see maybe what, if it doesn't relate to me, then what is it trying to teach me, right? If it could never be me, then like what lesson do I need to learn from this situation? Let's start out with something easy and light. Coffee, okay? Let's talk about coffee. Now, I'm drinking coffee right now as we speak. Bitch, this shit is like a legal drug. I stopped drinking coffee for a long time, like years. Okay, I honestly don't remember if it was like 1.5 years or 3 years. Like, I think I was vegetarian for 3 years and I didn't drink coffee for 1.5 years. I stopped drinking coffee a long time ago, and then when I started working at my new job, I keep saying new, I've been there for a few months now, I'm not new. But when I started working at the dispensary, I needed coffee. Like, I could not wake the fuck up. I was so used to working from home, working for myself, working on my own schedule, on my own time, that having to wake up and not only just like wake up for someone else, but to do things for other people and put myself on their level, like I needed coffee, bitch. And I still need coffee. I've not yet broken out of that. Like, I'm talking to myself. This is at me, fully at me, but I bet a lot of you can relate. So I've always really respected how Kelsey, the other half of Awaken Bake, my bitch, she does enjoy alcohol sometimes, but she fully acknowledges that it's like straight up poison and that it's not good for you and that it's crazy that alcohol is legal and cannabis is illegal. And I agree, that's insane. I don't know if you guys know this, but I don't drink, but I don't care if other people do, but I really super fucking admire how Kelsey is like, oh yeah, like I drink every once in a while, or I drink sometimes, like I don't care. Well, she hasn't drank since she's been pregnant. I want to make that very clear. She like fully acknowledges still like, oh yeah, like it's crazy. It's not a good thing. It's not good that it's legalized and cannabis isn't. It's just really fucked up. Yada, yada, yada. Well, bitch, it's mirror time. It's mirror time. That's happening to me with coffee because this shit is not good for you. I'm sorry. This is not good for you. Does it have its benefits? Yes. And I am grateful for those benefits. But do the pros outweigh the cons? No. But it feels like that to my mortal mind. It's not good for my PMD. It's not good for it's not good for my anxiety. It's not good for my stomach. It's not good for my mental health. But it gives me a lot of fucking energy. I feel like I'm on fucking drugs. It's not cannabis, but like, the uppers. When I was in college at OCU for dance, I took Adderall for a little bit so I could like lose weight and be skinny and not be hungry and all that shit. I don't recommend that. That's horrible, right? But I feel like coffee, it gives me that same sense of like speed. Okay, that's like an irrelevant mirror moment. But here's another mirror moment. So I have this fear about doing cardio. As we know, I have a history with eating disorders. So I always have this fear about doing cardio because I used to do it way too much. And it does trigger me like a lot. Like it's a whole lot. I can't even get into it and I don't even want to get into it. But just know, it fucking triggers me, okay? So I have been really anxious because I've been feeling physically like I'm listening to my body and it's telling me, bitch, you need to do some cardio. You need to start doing that a little bit. I don't want to do that in a gym, right? I go to the gym and I do my physical therapy exercises. That is a nice, healthy moment for me. Oh my God, you guys need to see my dog right now. LOL, what's up? Look at him. He's next to my notes. He always keeps mommy company. He's the goodest little guy in the world. I love you, monkey. Basically, my body was telling me I need to do cardio, but my mind was like, don't do it. Because also, if you're someone who likes to lift, look at these. This is no gun. This is nothing. I don't lift upper body. I don't. I do my physical therapy exercises. Get into it. But I can do a mean hip thrust, and that is part of my physical therapy exercises. Regardless, if you are like a lifter, a lot of us don't love cardio. That's a stereotype. I know. I am that stereotype. All of a sudden, my husband, he goes to the gym too. My husband starts telling me, because he didn't know this was going through my head. He had no idea. And then all of a sudden he starts talking about like, yeah, I started doing cardio at the gym recently because like, it's just good for you. It's good for your heart. And I just felt like I needed to start doing it. I was like, okay, universe, you're mirroring everything back at me. I fucking get it. But again, I didn't know how I was going to do it, right? I was like, oh, well, basically what I did is I just straight up asked the universe. I was like, well, help me figure this out so I can do it, but I'll enjoy it. And I won't feel like I'm doing cardio basically. And I won't feel triggered. Ask and you shall receive. You can tap into source at any time. We are all capable of this. If you want to call it talking to God, then that fine. Call it whatever the fuck you want. That's what we're all doing. We are tapping in to our source power, our connection to source, because we are little baby mini sources, right? We are all God. I asked the universe, I was like, well, then make this easy for me. I'm down to do cardio for my health because I love my human suit, right? But I need to know how to do it and it needs to be fun for me or else I'm not going to do it. I know myself. Well, one thing about me, I will do anything for my puppies. I love them. They're my babies. I've also been wanting to be a better dog mom because like Zay's just so good with the dogs. He just like naturally understands dogs and not in like a competitive way, but it really inspires me to like be more like he just notices every little thing. So now I start to like I want to be more observant and try to notice their needs. I've been noticing that they needs to go play in grass more. We live around a lot of concrete and they love grass. They love it so much. Well, here we have a little grass park a few blocks away. It's a decent walk to get there. The pups get worn out from it. Well, then we get to the park and then they can just sprint and do whatever the fuck they want and play around in the grass and really use up all their energy. So this, for me, is so much better, me doing a walk with them to and from the park and then also playing with them because like I'll let their leashes go, but I have to like keep up with them because I get nervous. Like Isaiah probably doesn't do that. I bet that my husband probably just like lets them do whatever, and then when he thinks, oh, maybe they're going too far, he'll just be like, hey, come back, and then they will. For me, my anxiety won't let that happen. Also, like they respect me, but not to the level they respect my husband. So I get paranoid. I just basically keep up with them. I'm low with them. I'm always in reaching distance of their leashes so I can just grab it at any point because I keep their leashes on them. And I let their leashes get dirty and drag through the grass. That's not hygienic. But my anxiety cares more about my dogs being safe and alive than about me getting like germs. So I'm very grateful that when I had, the urge and when I noticed like, okay, the universe is mirroring something back to me. This is an important message for me, but I just need I need help with it. Like, please help me out. I asked for help and then I received help. And that also brings me to Queen Herpes podcast. She was so funny. She was like, yeah, guys, life's supposed to be fun. And if you get bored, try talking to Gus. If you don't know Gus is the great universal source, similar to God, similar to the universe. It's the same thing. If you don't want to say God, you can say Gus. I think that's adorable. I just forget about it a lot of the time. Anyway, to quote House of Herbie, if you get bored, try talking to Gus and just see what happens. And then, okay, end of quotation. Now, I personally think that you can do this all the time at any time. I do this all day long throughout the day. Like, literally, I'll be in the middle of something and I'll be like, wow, I just really need to know like what is the right thing to do in this situation. And then I just kind of like listen and tap in and like really tap into my intuition. Even if it's something that I'm like, you know, I don't want to hear this or it could be hard to hear, I still do it. I just tap in. And you can dead ass do this anytime, throughout any day, all the time. You are always connected to source. So yeah, that's been super helpful basically is what I'm saying. And I'm very grateful. Let's all take another hit. Baby, you gotta get sexy and do some housework, okay? Let me explain. That probably sounded kind of misogynistic and it was not supposed to. I'm talking about glamour magic. So I did a whole podcast episode about this, a solo episode. On Monday, go listen to it for Awaken Bakepodcast. It was so fucking good. Anyways, that's what I'm talking about. So I have just noticed, and I don't know if y'all noticed, but look, my eyebrows look good as shit. I mean, they do, but here's the thing. When I look better, I perform better. It's science. It's a thing. It's real. Also, it's known as glamour magic when you like set intentions and all that. We talked about it on the episode. I'm not going to give the full breakdown, okay? But basically, I did what all hairdressers tell you not to do. And I box dyed my hair, bitch, after I had spent hella money getting it color corrected. Guys, I hated it. Nobody did a bad job. Everybody did a great fucking job, right? It's no tea, no shade. I don't like how I look with blonder, lighter hair. I fucking hate it. I just have never felt more ugly in my fucking life. And I'm a beautiful bitch. I'm a hot bitch. I'm a hot girl. I do hot shit. So after spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars over the course of almost a year getting my hair color corrected multiple different times, also by multiple different people, which is probably also my fault, but we moved and shit, so give me a break. I decided to box dye it brown, and I feel so good about myself. I feel so pretty and cute again. To be fair, I'm not having a great hair day today, but I haven't done my hair yet. It has a treatment in it right now because I have a photo shoot later. What I have realized is that not only do I just feel more confident when I put just a tiny bit of fucking effort into how I look. I have no fucking makeup on my face aside from I have my eyebrows on and I lined my lips a little bit. And if you know about makeup, you know, like, that's not really doing makeup. You know what I mean? Like, that's so bare minimum. And I have SPF all over my goddamn body. Well, once I dyed my hair, I was like, wait, now that I feel good about myself, like, everything in life is just better and I feel more confident and da-da-da-da. So then I started experimenting and I was like, remember when I used to actually put, like, a lot of effort into how I looked every day? I don't want to put as much effort, like, I don't want to spend, like, hours just on my appearance, but I want to, like, have, like, a routine that makes it, like, nice and easy where I know every day I'm going to feel confident as long as I, you know, do my eyebrows a little bit, line my lips a little bit. Like, that is, like, my, like, go-to look. I started having better days at work, started having better experiences with people, started just feeling better about myself, and then I felt better about life, and then I felt better about, like, my relationships, and I felt better about just, like, my circumstances. I'm not saying that, like, oh, because I did my eyebrows, everything fell into place, but I'm slightly saying that. Life should be fun. I just wrote that down as something that I'm supposed to say, so life should be fun. Queen Herbie said something else on her House of Herbie podcast that really resonated with me. It punched me in the face. It called me a loser. It spit on me. It was everything. It was exactly what I needed. She said, you hate being sick, but you're always sick because you never allow yourself rest until you're burnt out. If that ain't a mirror, if that wasn't like written for Danielle Watson and handed to me signed by Queen Herbie, my president, like I felt so called out. So called out in the best way. So on my off day yesterday, my first off day in a few good amount of days from work, I literally slept the majority of the fucking day. And I am in such a better mood today. I have so much more energy and I don't have a lot of energy because I am PMSing. And one thing about me, I have not been cycle syncing. And that's shame on me. Shame on me. But that's why I took the whole day yesterday to sleep. Because I'm PMSing. I have PMDD. I was very tired. I need to sleep. Also, I have a photo shoot tonight. So I have a hair treatment in right now. And I'm so excited to like beat my face and put on my pretty dress and do my hair all cute. And it's a couples photo shoot for me and my husband. Because we've never had a professional photo shoot together. I've had a lot of professional photo shoots, but he has not. And we eloped and we were by ourselves when we got engaged. So like we don't have any professional photos. Well, Mads, if you're watching this, you know about those photos, but that's a secret. It's time for me to go. It's time for me to end this. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Comment and let me know if you had a fun time smoking with me today. Peace, love, and cannabis. Goodbye.